conditions. Must have been pretty good. So KD6DQ, this W6TE in Oakhurst, you sounded really, really good here a bit ago.
OWL, you have a very strong signal up here in Sonora, WA6LOL.
Good, that makes me feel good. I got a real strong signal. I need a real strong shower right now, too.
Yeah, sound pretty good. Where are you again? WA6LOL, Sonora.
I'm in Clovis, California.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, sounds good. Just said I'd let you know.
Just working.
Okay, 2-meter Bozo Net here on Wednesday. What is this, August 19 or whatever?
Kilo 6, Victor Bravo Golf 971. Good evening, Mike.
Hey, good evening. How's your wife tonight?
Better. She's going to have to head out to the specialist, I guess, because they couldn't figure it out at the hospital. But it's not a blood clot, not a heart problem, so who knows?
So they just sent her home without knowing any answers, huh?
Yeah. Told her to follow up with Dan and have him send her out to a specialist of some sort.
I wonder. Now, that's weird. Well, somebody knows.
I know what it is. You know what it is, too.
Anyway, who else do we have in here? I hear K6BBG, 971, and who?
982.
982, Daryl. Hi, Daryl.
Key West 1079 and 1100.
Whiskey 6 Papa Echo, 620.
Hi, Mike.
KK6, ZKE 704.
I heard a hi on CW. Stand by, guys. Let's see who. CW, go ahead.
That should be Nevada.
Well, he doesn't usually send HI.
Well, but he was on earlier, and I heard him on sideband, so I know KD6B.
WB6J.
Okay, WB6JNN.
Good evening.
Oh, I didn't realize that I'm pointed toward you. Good evening, Jim.
Well, I didn't realize it either until I noticed I was on the wrong antenna.
No, I normally start the net pointed at 150, 155 LA area, so I've got to go back down there because I've got to check in with the LA guys.
That's okay. I just thought I'd jump in here and say hello because I heard you.
Yeah, no, you're good. Good to hear you. We got you checked in, and I'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes, probably here or less. WB6JNN, East San Jose, K6MYC, going back down to 150.
Okay, Mike, WB6JNN.
719 checking in.
719, good evening, Larry.
Whiskey 6 Papa Echo, 620.
And I hear you tonight. I couldn't hear you the other night on 1296, but I always hear you on 2 meters. Mike, good evening, 620. Cascadero will be back in a minute.
KM6 SRR number 432 and 1200.
Well, howdy. How's the repaired arm doing?
It's doing okay. Very sore yesterday and nausea. Today it's just a little bit sore and just kind of something to get in the way of doing everything.
Of course, yeah. Well, you sound good, though. It didn't affect your voice.
Yesterday it did a little. They always scratch up your throat when they stuff that stuff down there for going under.
Who was that? Somebody said something there. Did anybody get that?
Roger,
That's John, but you're very weak. I didn't sound like you, John. Different audio tonight. 711, is that right, John? Over.
Anybody else want to check in on the Bozo Net? This is Bozo 831. Please repeat the yes.
AJ6PD 1237.
Anybody want to check in? It's on the Bozo.
KB6, KD6, Papa Delta, K6MYC. Good evening, Tony. I'm hearing the chatter from, I think, the guys down south too, but I don't think they're pointed up this way yet. Anyway, good evening to you, Terry. I rushed by you quickly, but we got your 704 in here.
Thank you much.
Okay. We're missing WA6AAJ. I wonder if he's still suffering from sinus infection.
6VG.
Okay. KE6 Victor Golf. Good evening, Robert. Give me a number. 1211.
1251.
1251. Almost had it. I was only off by 40.
Yep. No, you know what? I'm hearing the people from LA a little bit too in the background.
AG6USS, Bozo 831 up here in the Heights. Looking out your way there, Mike. Hello.
Yeah, good morning. Hello. Good afternoon, John. KG6USS 831. We got you checked in here. K6MYC, Bozo 47, over.
Yeah, just a beautiful signal there, Mike. I've got you in here wall to wall. I think you're standing right next to me.
Yeah, well, you were pretty loud on the vertical. I thought you were almost loud enough that you were calling us, but I realized you were talking to call signs that I didn't recognize there. Hi. Anyway, we got a few in here that might be able to hear you. So whoever hears John down there, go ahead and give him a call. This is K6MYC standing by.
Hi, John. K6USS, WA6LOL, Charlie Mike 97, 856. How are you?
Oh, we're doing great, man. How you doing up there? We got you in here. Damn good signal there, copy?
Yeah, you faded back down a little bit, but good signal, yeah. 856, 856, over.
Got it, 856, got you in here loud and clear there, bud. Thanks for checking in. And that big Sonora station, wow, what a deal. Anybody else want to check in up here in the high desert? Bozo 831, KG6USS looking.
How you doing, John? KG6USS, KM6SRR, number 432.
Go again, Robbie. Had a local.
Good evening, John. KG6USS, KM6SRR, number 432. Over.
Yeah, Rob, I got you there. My neighbor up the street from here is working somebody else on, I guess he's on the vertical, I'm not sure. But tag teaming here, I guess. But anyway, hey, the more the merrier there, copy?
Roger.
You guys have a freaking awesome signal tonight. I don't know what, the good band conditions there, copy?
It's a little chopped up, but it's loud. You're up and down with a very rapid up and down fade.
Yeah, kind of the same way on your side there, Mike. It's good copy on both of you. And LOL up there in Sonora. That always blows my mind. Anybody else want to check in up here in the high desert?
I guess that's it. We don't have our big guns in here. WA6AAJ is not here, and Alpha 6 Sugar is not here either. I don't know where Bill is these days.
Well, we'll take what we can get there, Mike, right?
Too fast. Say it again.
I say we'll take it and take whatever we can get there, right?
Yeah, you take what you can get. That's it. Yep. All righty.
All right, KG6USS up here in the high desert, Bozo 831, and seeing good evening to you guys out there in the Central Valley. I know it's hot in the popcorn, you know what, out there. I ran up and down that 99 back in the day, and I used to hate it.
7-3, John. We'll see you Sunday.
Roger. KG6USS 7-3.
Good night, John. WA6LOL.
See you later, LOL. Appreciate the call always.
While I'm thinking of it, good evening, Dave. I got you checked in, of course. Let me see. Aaron, if you're copying me, K6 Uniform Sugar. Dave's got his clicking problem fixed, and we're going to run a test on 1296 at the end of the net here. So what I need you to do as quick as you can, as soon as I close the net, turn off the stream, and that unlocks my transceiver, and I can switch down to 1296, or you can switch for me. Either way. And when the net's over, you want to switch me to 1296, that's fine. But I want to run a test with Dave up there to make sure his audio sounds good. Over. Now, maybe he's outside, Rob, so you can remind me when the net's over. Let's get Aaron to shut off the stream quickly. Over.
Roger, Mike. I'll try him on the two-way.
Okay. All right, anybody else down south? We're missing KC5DTU.
KC5DTU, 712.
We're not really missing you. We just called you before you were ready, huh?
Yeah, Roger. I was waiting to let the guys finish with the LA traffic. I just came into the shack here.
Okay, good evening. Let's see. Let's get something taken care of quickly here. N6SWR, Ben. N6SWR, Bakersfield, or KB6RQU. Either one of you guys here, K6MYC, Bozo Net, Northern California.
Good evening, Mike. This is Ben, November 6th, Sugar Whiskey Radio, Bozo 247, in the beautiful DM05 grid.
And the beautiful DMO5, yeah, it couldn't be any prettier unless it was DMO4 or DMO6. They kind of blend together there. Good evening, Ben. Good signal. And I'm sure Rob would like to say hello to as well. So I'll shoot it over to him. But you good, clean, nice sounding signal tonight. You may have changed transceivers or something recently, but audio is different. N6FWR up to KM6SRR, K6MYC.
How you doing, Ben? N6SWR, KM6SRR.
I'm doing great, Rob, and hopefully I have a decent signal up there this evening, but I keep trying to improve it. It's just a slow process.
Yep, roger on that. No, you're sounding good. Not quite as bodacious as you could be, but perfectly copyable. Thanks for being there, KM6SR.
Roger, appreciate it. N6SWR.
Now, if we could just get KB6RQU on, although Wednesday night, a while back at least, was designated as his church night, so, but I've even had him check in on Wednesday night, usually later in the net. But anyway, we like to make sure that we give him a chance to get in here anyway.
And talk to him up in Weldon via the
K6MTS mobile
repeater.
I think I doubled with you a little bit, Ben. I didn't get the first part. Were you referring to Rick over there?
Roger, I say I'll call KB6RQU tomorrow morning. I usually can get him in the morning on the Breckenridge repeater out of Bakersfield quite easily from my mobile rig on my way to work.
Okay, well, tell him to get us, I'll be looking for him tomorrow night on 432. Just remind him about 432 Thursday, over.
I'll do that. No problem. Thank you. N6SWR, back to net.
Yeah, thank you, Ben.
We heard you there, Mark. K6MTS Mobile, KM6SRR.
KM6SRR. Hello, Rob. And hello, Mike. Yeah, we're just north of 180 at Academy, if you know where that's at. Anyhow, we're heading home and just trying to get checked in. Over.
Yep, got a good signal. I'm hearing you. You hearing him, Mike?
I didn't get who it was. I just realized that my air conditioning just quit because I didn't have the door in the right position and the hot air was blowing back in here. So the circuit breaker blew. Who was it? Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mark.
Mike, K6MYC, K6MTS Mobile, how copy? Over.
Yeah, good copy, Mark. I heard you fine. I just didn't know who it was. 680, we've got you. Missed you the last couple of 3 nights here, but sounds like you're doing good. Where are you? Oh, you said I heard the word Academy. Is that it?
Yeah, correct. In fact, I'm just rolling up to Shaw and Academy right now. We were kind of up in the hills earlier today, well, all day, and just heading home. So we just wanted to get in and check in. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, good copy. Good signal, even though you're probably vertical. So no trouble. K6MTS, K6MYC, we'll see you perhaps tomorrow.
Roger. 7-3, guys.
7-3, Mark. Now, anybody else in the San Joaquin Valley or within the sound of my voice to check in here? K6MYC.
W6NOX in Madera County.
W6NOX, Madera County. Boy, that's a call from way back. You wouldn't be part of the city offices of Madera, would you?
No, sir. No, I'm not. Thank God for that. No, I'm living out here in Highway 145 and 41. Name here is Pete Papa Echo Tango Echo, and I got a real good copy on you. You're coming in good here.
Looking up to 395, looking there in the Lone Highway.
Yeah, well, that's because we're pretty close together here. If you continued out east on M145, you would turn into 211 and then about 4 or 5 miles up 211 and up a couple of miles east on 210, and you're at my place. Over.
Yeah, we're pretty near neighbors there. Yeah, that's neat. Anyway, I thought I'd check in. I don't know if I'm get a number or anything, but I am checking in anyway.
95.
Okay, no, we'll give you a number. Rob's going to give you a number right now, but where are you? Where's your new home going to be? Over.
Yeah, I don't follow you. This is my QTH right here, where I'm talking to you at.
How about a K6MWK?
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. You can't be at the corner because there's no houses there on the corner of 145 and 41. So I'm just trying to figure out which direction you are from there. Over.
Yeah, I'm 5 miles. It would be west of Four Corners off of Road 37, if you know where that's at.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know where you are. East, you're out west on 145 and heading toward Madera. Sure. You're not too far from Rob. Rob is probably line of sight to you. He's just about due north of you where you are there, maybe a little bit east of north. Rob, you copying him there? W6NOX, and he needs a Bozo number.
Yep. How you doing, Pete? W6NOX, KM6SRR. Yeah, I'm up here at 41 and 406, just off of that a mile or so. And we've had you checked in before. Your Bozo number was 1180. Over.
Boy, that's been some time ago. Okay, I'm going to write this down so I don't forget. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. Are you vertical or horizontal? And what are you running up there for power, Pete? Over.
I'm only running about 60 watts right now, and I'm running a 13-element Yagi pointed in your direction, I think.
Okay. Yeah, Yeah, well, from my direction would be pointed almost due east.
You want to check into the Bozo Net? Roger on that. Okay, I'll let you guys roll on. I'm going to get here on the side and listen up. W6NOX.
Okay, very good. Well, we're coming down. I usually start pointing down south toward L.A. and pick up everybody in the San Joaquin and a few people in L.A., and then we rotate around through Atascadero. Then we come out across you heading toward Santa Cruz. So you got quite a few windows, but I'll be pointing over toward Santa Cruz and Watsonville in just a few minutes here. 7-3, Pete, great to hear you. Thanks for checking in, and we hope to hear you many more times on this band and the others as well. W6NOX, Madera County. I guess you would be called, well, let's just call it Madera. Same as me, I'm in Madera County also. K6MYC, 7-3, Pete.
Hey, Mike, Pete lives over there probably 2 blocks away from Robert from the plant.
It sounds like that. He's south of 145, I guess.
Yep, kind of close to 717 and Road 37.
Yeah. Righty. Well, I guess that's it. I'm going to go toward Atascadero. I'm standing by for any other check-ins while I'm heading towards Atascadero. Here we go. And I have a feeling that Ron's not going to be here. I think he told me last week that he wouldn't be here next Wednesday. W6QUI, KN6EIV, are you guys here? That's what I thought. Okay. KN6 Echo India Victor. How about you, Eric? Try it. Make some noise over there. You probably can hear me, I'm sure. KN6EIV, K6MYC, Bozo Net. Over, Eric. Now, when Ron isn't there, he isn't there either. How about KB6WRW in Paso Robles? Nobody over there. Somebody's new down the coast from you guys. But they haven't checked in for a long time. The station's over on the coast, San Luis Obispo, and south and east and west of there. You can't get west of San Luis Obispo, but north, east, and south of there. K6MYC, QRZ, the coastline. Okay.
Hey, Mike, you can get west of San Luis Obispo. Morro Bay, Los Osos, that's west.
Yeah, well, sort of, yeah, but San Luis Obispo, I just think of it as pretty much on the water, but it is inland slightly there.
Yep, about 10 miles. I lived over there for 5 years.
Okay. Heading up toward... Okay, down there toward Watsonville. This should be pretty close to you, Lee. AF6 United, AF6U, K6MYC.
K6MYC, AF6 United, and that sounds perfect to me. You're booming in here tonight. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, 1098, loud and clear. Hopefully Rob can hear you as he comes around over that way. And I don't think we have Tom in here yet tonight. I think this is the last night he will not be here, but he's welcome to check in if he's here. He knows that, of course. Good evening, Lee. Good strong signal. Rob, are you copying anything or make a transmission? And let's hone in on Lee there. AF6 United with KM6SRR, K6MYC.
Yeah, I got over there after he quit talking, so I need to have a little chatter. I'll see if I can find him.
6 United, and I actually spent the afternoon working on a little portable setup. My wife is involved in Aries operations and stuff like that, so I kind of put together a little portable setup, basically, that she can throw in the trunk of the car and head out, and it's got a 50 amp hour battery and a little TYT 9800, just an FM rig, but a little push-up mast that goes up about 15 feet.
I can hear you down in there with my noise, Lee, and that's about it there, KM6SRR.
On top of that, and it seems to get out pretty well, at least for the repeater crowd, and so that's what I've been working on radio-wise here. Go ahead.
Okay, Rob broke in and said he's not hearing you. He can tell you're there, but he can't read it. So you don't have the good propagation tonight. Let Rob make a quick transmission. Maybe you can tweak on him and bring it up a little bit. Rob, give him a couple of calls there so he can move the antenna a little bit there. He's working on an Aries portable setup. That's what he was talking about. His wife's involved in Aries, and he put together a little station with a portable battery they can stick in the trunk and haul off to various locations. KM6SRR with AF6 United. Go ahead, Rob, K6MYC.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Yeah, Lee, I should be pointed where I usually get you. Hopefully you can hear me and get a chance to peek on me. Yeah, I belong to the Aries group over here, and I have a portable setup also. We use it a lot. A lot of us do that to help on the bicycle rides. We go at the rest stops and at the start-finish and give them communication, because they do it up in the foothills, and a lot of places are cell phone dead, so you got to have a portable setup to talk. And it works pretty good. Been doing that for a lot of years. Anyway, hopefully that's enough chatter so you can get a good peek there. AF6 United, KM6SRR. Back to you.
KM6SRR from AF6 United. Well, I can copy you. It didn't make too much difference when I moved the antenna back and forth somewhat. So I'm just guessing that you're probably not going to be able to hear me, so I'm not going to make a real long transmission. KM6SRR from AF6 United.
Hey, Lee, just got maybe a hair better. I heard our two call signs in the beginning and then some words here and there. So I guess it's just not going to work tonight. KM6SR, back to net.
Okay. Stand by 1 second here. I'm turning the air conditioning back on here. Is it going to come up? Come on. Coming up with warm air. I don't need warm air blowing on me. I got enough of that hot air in here. Come on, baby. Let's go. You can do better than that. Come on, come on. Okay, well, anyway. Okay, Lee, well, we'll let you go. I don't think there's anybody else over here right now. Anybody else copying Lee in Watsonville? K6MYC.
Bozo 884, WB.
KW6S. I'm copying Lee in Watsonville.
You sure are, and you're in here. We didn't know whether you were going to be here Wednesday or not. Hang on just a second, guys. 884, Phil, good morning, or good evening. I can't say good morning because I was expecting to hear you this morning on 40 meters, but we didn't hear you. But we were in there for quite a while calling. And we had Bob called you several times and stood by. So did KB7 Tango Tango. So I guess you couldn't make it this morning. Hopefully you had a good doctor visit yesterday, and maybe he's got you on the mend there. 884 WB6GGY K6MYC.
Yeah, I heard Bob. I tried to get back to him. I heard Bob. I tried to get back to him, but he couldn't hear me evidently. WB6GGY. Okay, just wanted to check in. I'll look for you in the morning. WB6GGY. Over.
Okay, well, look for something else, although you won't be able to look. You'll probably have to just do some testing. You did not make any transmissions that were audible. I can hear you under any condition, even when you're barefoot and even when you don't have propagation to me. and there was no response that we could tell from you. And KB7TT was listening also. He would have heard you as well. So you didn't have a transmission. You may have thought you had one, but you didn't make one. Over.
Yeah, well, are you still coming on around 9 o'clock? Over.
Well, 8:30. We were there at 9, but we started 8:30. I was 2 minutes late this morning. Over.
Roger, roger. Okay. We'll try again in the morning. We'll try again. Over.
Yeah, okay. I usually start off with the whistle, and I did, and we got Bob right away this morning. He and I started, and then KB7TT came in about halfway through. And that was it this morning. We didn't have any others in there. So it was a small group this morning, although Bob said he would be back in tomorrow. And of course, TT's in there seemingly every day. We've had AA7SQ in there intermittently as well. All those guys can hear you even though you're weak for us here. All right, good to hear you, Phil. Thanks for checking in here on 2 meters, and we'll look for you in the morning. WB6GGY, over to you, Tom, KW6S, and you can say hello to Rob. I'm sure Rob will copy you. He was struggling with Lee tonight. KW6S, I should say, 610 K6MYC. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Yeah, I'm back and visit with my granddaughter, and one of my other daughters came into town to join us. So that really was a good time. I'll be riding the glow of the visit for a while. But yeah, I was hearing Rob real well. In fact, he was coming in over the top of Lee when Lee was talking. So yeah, Rob's doing real good there tonight. KM6SRR, KW6S.
Yeah, how you doing, Tom? Yeah, I could kind of tell Lee was in there. He was the first transmission was so low with my noise, I couldn't tell if he was still talking or not there. So I just chimed in and said I couldn't hear him. The second time he peeked on me a little bit. I could just hear a few words here and there. So it's just not meant to be until we get some better antennas up, I guess.
Yeah, well, you're doing real good tonight for me here. So maybe just a hair further north than I usually point the antenna, but Mike was peaking up pretty much here at the same time. KM6SR, KW6S.
Sounds good, Tom. Thanks for being there, and I'm glad you had a good time with your daughter and granddaughter there. KM6SR, back to net.
Okay, Rob, very good. And we missed you, of course, but we knew what you were doing, and you were doing the right thing. How's that fire that's not too far from you, due east in about 2,500 acres from what I heard, but that was about 4 or 5 days ago, and I think they have it under control and out now, but there were some homes up that way that were threatened. You probably had some smoke unless the wind was blowing away from it. Over.
You know, we heard about the fire, which I think was down more towards Monterey. I didn't ever really find out where it was. They were telling people not to go to Car Week, and I didn't really think that was going to work much. But we never had any smoke or any ash or anything here, and we did go to Monterey on I guess last Friday, and there was no sign of anything down there either. So I don't think it was too close or too big a thing for us here, but I did hear that there were some homes lost somewhere down in that area. K6MYC, KW6S.
Well, when it was 15% contained, it had already burned 2,500 acres, so it was no small puff of smoke, that's for sure. But it must have been because of the offshore winds that you guys have that probably kept the smoke from blowing out toward the ocean. So that was good. At least you didn't have to put up with that. But it was a big fire. and they had all kinds of, it was 8, I think I heard 11 different crews from 11 different areas that would come in again that had gone in to help out. So it was a nasty one in the forest. So there you are. All right, well, I'm glad you didn't get affected by that and it didn't impact your visit with your daughter there. That's good. Sounds like you had a reasonable time, and we're happy to have you back, and we'll look forward to seeing you and Lee tomorrow night on 432. Back to you, Lee, for a final up through Tom, and then we'll go on up into the Bay Area again. I was there when I started by mistake, and I have one check-in already from the Bay Area. AF6 United with KW6S, K6MYC.
All right. Well, the fire was more like 7,500 acres. It's still burning, but I think that it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 35% contained. I'm not sure about structures that were lost, but it's down by Big Sur. It's inland from Big Sur, so it was in very rugged terrain, not very populated area and whatnot. So I think that they pretty much just let it kind of burn and try to direct it into the keep it into the unpopulated areas and whatnot. And the smoke, fortunately, was being blown inland, so we didn't. Anybody around here didn't have too much problem with it. And actually, Tom, I'm surprised you folks decided to brave the car week stuff and actually headed down towards Monterey. Boy, that can be a real zoo. KW6S from AF6 United. Go ahead.
Was that the stuff at Laguna Seca, Tom?
Yeah, Car Week's at Laguna Seca and every high-end golf course around the area there, and plus various parking lots and everything else. We did go down there for that. We wasn't a zoo. We went to the aquarium, and a couple of years ago I went to the aquarium during Car Week, and it was pretty well covered up, and except for a few cars going in and out of one of the hotels down there, there was pretty much no sign of it, and I'd never been to the aquarium with that few people in it by a long ways, so it made a really nice trip for us. And my granddaughter's studying biology and kind of an emphasis on wildlife management, so the aquarium was interesting for her, and I probably learned more from her than I ever did from going to the aquarium with her. I probably learned more than I ever did with just looking around in the aquarium and trying to figure out what was going on. So that was a great visit. But yeah, not too much extra traffic because of the Car Week, and I was really surprised about that. Let's see, AF6U, KW6S.
Okay, well, my final comment is I always like to go down to the Monterey Airport, and there's a back door that you can go in. I forget what the name of the road is that you come in. Instead of coming in off of Highway 68, you come in through Seaside, and you get to cruise by the parking lot with all of the fancy jets in there, and we always like to drive by that area and check out all of the aircraft that come in for Car Week. It's a pretty amazing sight. And I'll turn it back over to Mike. KW6S, K6MYC from AF6 United. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, and the Laguna Seca thing is being advertised over here as WeatherTech, the WeatherTech area now, Laguna Seca. They say at Laguna Seca, but it's no longer billed as Laguna Seca Raceway. It's WeatherTech Raceways at Laguna Seca. Hi, for what it's worth. So obviously WeatherTech is in there sponsoring their stuff, and they got their big name in there. All right, I'm glad you had fun and learned something as well. That's always handy when you come away knowing something new. A lot of strange stuff going on in politics these days, that's for sure. And I never cease to be amazed that there's a 6'10" or 6'11" basketball player that's going to join the WNBA. That sort of amazes me. You probably heard about that one. I won't get into that. They got to figure out how to rewrite the rules and decide what's the definition of a woman. We got into a long discussion about that, Marxism and stuff. It's all part of Marxism, and you are what you think you are, and whatever you think, if 2 and 2 is 5 in your head, it's okay. We won't get upset about it, and that's what's causing all the problem in the younger kids, because there's two realities out there. They see the real world, and they see this other reality they're told is okay, and it's causing no end of trouble, along with the fact that it's disturbing the politics, something fierce. DSA notwithstanding. Enough of that. Good morning, good evening, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow on 432, and I'm pointed toward the Bay Area looking for check-ins. Looking for check-ins on 2 meters here on pointed toward the Bay Area. K6MYC standing by.
Bozo 177.
177, you got me on the short side, but I hear you, Gary. 177, good evening to you. Are you in Oilton, or are you still at home?
I'm still in Vallejo, and this is one of the best copies of the best you've ever been coming in here. I have absolutely zero noise level, and you're almost S9 with just broadcast quality audio. Very, very nice signal tonight. We won't be camping at Oilton until after Labor Day weekend. We'll be heading over there Monday of Labor Day weekend. We'll be there through Saturday. And I'm going to try for the first time to check into your 432 net. I think I got a chance of being heard on 432 from over there, so we'll see how that goes. And you're sounding good. We've had a couple of beautiful days out just enjoying the weather here. K6MYC, K6QR.
Yeah, I noticed yesterday when Ken checked in from Oakley, he was about 10 degrees cooler than we were. A lot of times we're pretty close, but he was way below where we were yesterday, and we were at 100 again today. 100, 102 today. All right. Good evening to you, and we'll hope to hear you on 432 next week from Ileton or thereabouts. Hi. KE6QR, K6MYC, looking for check-ins in the Bay Area, please. Over.
AB6SR.
AB6SR, good strong signal there, and I heard somebody way down underneath you there.
Good.
But
QR.
AE6QR, 73, Gary.
73.
All right, and good evening, Stan.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Yeah, sorry to hear you got 102 there today. We had 86, so still a bit on the hot side for me. But nothing new here. It was a good day. We went out for a walk, did things like that. Stayed indoors most of the day. So I got no news at all, which is rather nice. But you're extremely strong signal here too. K6MYC, AB6SR 807.
Okay. Very good. I stayed indoors most of the day too. It was bumping up into the mid-90s by the time I got up and got ready to go out and do anything. And I said, no, I'm not even going to start that project. So I didn't do anything outside today at all. Anyway, good to hear you, and good strong signal. Let's see if there's anybody else over there. How about Chris? We haven't heard Gary for a while, but apparently he's still not home from his vacation. KB6BA tried to check in yesterday. We got him, but he was only there for a second. So maybe he can pop in for longer today. KB6BA, AB6SR signed in. KA6UYH. Anybody else over there in the Bay Area, please. K6MYC, Bozo Net. Okay, I had you from way back in the early days. I got you earlier, John. You did check in earlier, right?
Okay, just want to make sure. Thanks.
No, we got you. You were very weak. And it sounded like you're on a different radio or something, but we had you. We did get you checked in. Good evening.
Good evening. Yes, thanks. K6MI.
Roger, roger. We're going to run a short test with WA6LOL after the net on 1296. I don't know if you want to join us on that, but we will be turned north looking for, he's got his transverter in there. He's running 20 watts now, and he's got his Vox fixed. What was wrong there was he was clicking on and off, and it turned out he didn't have the keying line plugged in, and the transverter was trying to pick up RF. It was RF sensing, but it wasn't getting enough RF to hold the relays closed. So he was popping on and off like crazy yesterday. So we're going to check it and make sure it's all okay and fixed and sounding good tonight. After the net, right after we close here, I'll have Aaron shut the stream off, and we'll go to 1296-100. You're welcome to join K6MI, K6MYC.
Yeah, I hear you good up here, John, by the way, on 1296 last night.
No, I'll try and be there right after the net. K6MI.
Right. All righty. Anybody else in the Bay Area? Very skimpy in the Bay Area tonight. K6MYC, Bozo Net.
N5 MPD 1129.
Oh, you're on the other side of the hill, but we'll take you. Hi, Brett. Good evening. And sounding very loud and clear tonight. Over.
Oh, roger, roger. Yep, I'm a hop, skip, and a jump over there to you.
It was so fast I didn't get the first 3 words. Over.
Oh, roger. Yeah, I'm just a hop, skip, and a jump to you there. I'm right here in your favorite town of Newsom.
Okay, well, when you start the transmission with the hop, skip, and a jump, I guess that was what I heard it, but it didn't make any sense, and I thought, I didn't hear that right. That couldn't be right.
Well, I heard you say I was over the hill.
Well, no, I said you're on the right, you're over the hill from the guys I'm trying to reach in the Bay Area. That's what I meant. I wasn't real clear on that. You're on my side of the hill here. I know where you are there, between Gustine and Patterson.
Well, heck, that went over my head of a hill.
So did the hop, skip, and a jump went over me.
Oh, geez. I guess it's just one of those nights.
Yeah. We got to start speaking English together. That would be helpful instead of this Ibanese that we're shooting through. All right. Anyway, good to hear you, Brett. And I don't know. Sometimes, many times, we don't hear from N6BCC on this band. He does check in on 6. He's got 2 meters, but I don't think it's working well. And he doesn't check in here very often. Maybe you can jab him with a pointy stick. Hi.
I don't think he has a 2-meter beam anymore.
What happened to it?
I think he took it down and sold it or something like that, so he just has the vertical ones he uses on FM.
Oh, well, we could probably copy him vertical if he checked in if he wanted to. He's pretty loud here.
And I think he had a Kenwood radio that he was using for upper sideband, and it is deceased.
Oh, so he's off of 2 meters basically, unless he gets some hair up his butt to get going again, huh?
Yeah, I'll have to get a piece of equipment to get on upper sideband for 2 meters.
Well, we ought to just break his wallet open and buy a 9700, and then he can join us on all kinds of bands.
There you go. He can sell his fishing boat and get a radio.
Yeah, get rid of that thing that makes a hole in the water that you throw money into.
Yep, boat. Bust out another 1,000.
All right, buddy. Take care. Thanks for checking in here. N5 NPD, K6MYC. Anybody else in this direction for check-ins to the Bozo Net? Over. Guess I'm going to have to give up on you guys and go up to Oakley. So here we are at Oakley. N6RO, and this is Wednesday, so he should be here. He doesn't have a Zoom meter or anything, so N6RO, if you're not cooking chicken livers, you're okay to get in here. You can't eat chicken livers tonight, though, because Rob's on frequency. Over.
A6MYC and 6RO, Bozo 835, high temperature 92. Haven't had dinner yet, but it's not chicken and it's not liver, so Rob should be happy. See, I'm trying to round up some of my team to play in the Hawaii QSO party this weekend, but no luck. I might have to do it by myself. That is all from N6RO.
Okay, I've been noticing your temperature's running just about 10 degrees lower than ours the last couple of days, which is odd. Sometimes you're closer than that together. But you've been running a lot cooler than we are here. We got to 102, I guess, today.
Yeah, I think in the middle of the summer, you're going to be most of the time you're going to be hotter than here. We've got water 50 miles to the west that sort of influences what happens out here.
Yeah, that's probably the case. Rob, you want to say hello to Ken there?
Sure. Thank you, Mike. How you doing, Ken? N6RO, KM6SR. Yeah, and thank you for no livers tonight.
Hi, Rob. Yeah, well, last night I had chicken drumsticks. And no more chicken until tomorrow night when I have the chicken Caesar salad. How's your health from yesterday?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. It was kind of sore yesterday and a little nausea, and I took some of their high-potent pain relievers, but none of that today, just regular stuff, so I'm doing better. And we're having salmon tonight, so you probably like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I rotate salmon in about once every 8 days or more. It's very high on my list, right up there with barramundi.
Yep, roger on that. We love it too there. Thank you, Mike.
All righty. If you didn't know what happened, he had a ligament reattached in his shoulder, right shoulder. So that's why he's sore today. Apparently went well. Hopefully it'll stay attached for more than a week or so. All right, Ken, good evening. We'll see you tomorrow night in between your Zoom meetings.
Yeah, there's one tomorrow night.
Yes, I know that. I can remember that better than you can.
Well, anybody remembers things better than me.
All right. See you later. I got noise in this direction, but I probably can still hear her. Let's see. Let me turn the blank around. Oop.
I'm going to go down and eat, Mike, so I'm going to be off for a little bit. KM6SR.
Okay. You're going down to get something to eat, are you? How was Candy's trip?
It was fine. Kind of hot and a little high elevation, so you couldn't do too much walking around. They had places kind of spread out, but other than that, she enjoyed it and learned a lot of stuff and got some new things going, so it was worthwhile. KM6SR going down to eat.
All right, see you in a few minutes. And you can hear from down there. You're going to keep track of the numbers?
Roger, roger.
I'll shout them out. All right, let's see. Anybody else in this direction? We should hear KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima. How about you, John?
K6NYC, KD6WGS,
Yeah, give me a little more chatter. I think I overshot you. Over. Oh boy, you're really weak tonight, John. You must have the antenna Either the amp isn't on or you got something turned the wrong way, because I'm just barely hearing you. Over.
Okay, I tweaked it a little more to the south. How's that?
Well, it's readable, but it's about 20 dB below normal, so I think you've got the wrong antenna on or something.
Okay, yeah, I got the 2 meter one going there, but yeah, you sound good. You're S9, over.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just the noise in the background here. I didn't think that noise was that bad, but maybe it is here. All right. Anyway, good to hear you. Thanks for checking in. And, of course, we'll look for you tomorrow night with the whole loop on 432 and less noise. Over.
Oh, Roger, Roger. I'll look forward to that. Thanks for the checking, Mike. 86WZL 73.
73. Okay. Let me move a little bit more to the east and see if we had Sean in here, KD6 UBX, and the other one is KO6 KPU in this direction. Lodi and Stockton. Anybody? Where's Lodi and Stockton in here? K6MYC Bozo Net. Okay. I'm going to go into Sacramento then and look for KJ6. Darren, KJ6J. I can't bring the call up. It doesn't want to come up. I'm probably using the wrong phonetics there. KD6JD. No, that isn't right. What am I doing wrong here? Anyway, Darren, are you in there? K6MYC 756. Where are you? No, he's not there. No wonder I can't remember his call. AF6JDH. Oh, that isn't right either. We'll go a little further here and see if I can get Redding. Redding boys, are you in here? Charlie November 80. Charlie November 80. Redding, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KO6HS. How about it?
86 shortwave. Number, yeah, what the heck is my number anyway? Whoa, 145, over.
Yeah, got you 145. I'm probably not peaked on you, but good enough to get readability anyway. Good to hear you. We missed you last week. Even Jerry didn't know where you were last week. I think Sunday night we thought you would be in here, but you may had some social event going on there. Anyway, good to hear you this evening. And I'll check and see if Jerry's on here and I can peak a signal on him. You were so fast I didn't get my hand on the switch here. KO6HS to take it with KD6SW, K6MYC, Jerry. Oh, so you traded places with Jerry. You're here tonight and he isn't, I guess, Rich. KD6 Sugar Sopping Wet. Go ahead, K6MYC.
Okay, well, nothing really too exciting to report on from here. Another warm day, right around 100 degrees, but what the heck, that's what Redding is all about. Well, usually Jerry's turn tonight not to show up, you know. I had mine before, so now it's his turn over.
Okay, I guess you're taking turns, as you said. It's a little rough copy because you've got this funny rippling QSB on you. Up and down every other word, so it's chopped up. It's hard to copy. You're loud enough, but every other word seems to be missing. Anyway, good to hear you. And sorry I missed you a week or so ago. I went right by you guys, and I got tangled up with a couple of new check-ins from the Sacramento area, and I just went right by and forgot completely about Redding. Doesn't happen very often. I hope you don't take any stars away from me. Hi. Back to you, and we'll take one more standby for Jerry, and then we'll let you go. KD6 Sugar Whiskey. Try to turn it down to Jerry, if you will. K6MYC. Go ahead, Rich.
Okay. Well, just a little elbow,
got weaker and weaker and weaker, and I think you turned it back to me. I did not hear Jerry in there. I didn't hear you very much. I could copy you, but I could hear you, but I couldn't copy it. So the propagation, I went back and forth about 10, 15 degrees each way, and I could hear you. I could hear you over a very wide azimuth span, so the signal is just spread out all over. It isn't staying in one spot for me. That's probably why it's weak. It's being diffused and scattered. Anyway, thanks for checking in, Rich, and we'll look for you. We'll look for you on 432 tomorrow, and we'll be amazed if we hear you. And then again, we'll look for you on Sunday night. 7-3 KD6 Sugar Whiskey Reading K6MYC. Bye bye.
KM6NFO.
Who is it? KM6 what?
It is KM6NFO in Sacramento, Bozo 752.
752. I got your number, but I'm a little bit struggling with the call sign. 752 in Sacramento. I'm pointed right at you. Give me the call again. W6 in Sacramento. I try to do it phonetically and repeat it a couple of times, and maybe I can get a better peek on you here. Over.
Roger, Roger. It is Kilo Mike 6, November Foxtrot Oscar. Kilo Mike 6, November Foxtrot Oscar. The name is Sean. I'm here in Sacramento, California. And I tried to check in last week. I think I made it through. But I'll try to catch you again on Sunday. I've raised my antenna up a little bit, and I'm hearing you a lot better, Mike. I hear you really well right now.
Well, yeah, you're up and down. There is some QSB. I'm running 1,500 watts, so it might be keeping me above your QSB baseline. Hi. And you're dropping down close to the baseline KF6 NFO. KM6 November Foxtrot Oscar. Very good, John. I got you now. And thanks for checking in 2 times in a row here. A couple more, and I'll remember all the pertinent details there. Hi. Good to hear you from Sacramento. And you're kind of filling in the spot in Sacramento that we had for KO6KD, who passed away about 2 months ago now. Anyway, good to hear you. And I think I got you peaked. I think you're horizontally polarized, and I think you said you made some improvements, and you're hearing me okay. I'm running 1,500 watts here from the little 9700 into a PQL amplifier with a LD MOS 1,500 watt device in it. Antenna's a 19XXX M squared, 19XXX at 105 feet. So we're up as high as we can get it to reach out for you. Hi. KM6NFO, K6MYC, over.
Roger. I'm running barefoot on the 9700, barefoot, 100 watts on the 9700. And the antenna is up about 40 feet, and pointed mostly in your direction. And one single side beam, so we'll just keep on trying to improve things. Thank you so much for coming back to me in 7-3.
Okay. Yeah, I'm swinging the antenna back and forth on you, and I'm getting the same effect on you as I got on the guy from Reading. You're all over the map. I can go 10 or 15 degrees either side of center, and there's, a little improvement here. I'm getting the best peak here, which is in the wrong direction. So I'm about 10 degrees west of Sacramento, but go figure. Anyway, that's where your signal's coming from today there, John. Thanks very much for checking in, and we're looking forward to seeing you on Sunday night here. KM6NFO, K6MYC, clear. Anybody else before I move for KM6S, KR6MR, I should say. KJ6KFB, that was the call I couldn't get earlier. KJ6KFB, Darren, are you here? No, Darren. Okay, let's get up to KR6MR. Are you there, John?
Roger, Mike. K6MY in the group. KR6MR, Bozo 759. Go ahead.
Yeah, got you. You're good, coffee. I guess Darren isn't in there at the moment. Did he check in earlier? Do you want me to check him in, or have you not showed up yet?
I haven't followed the FM this evening, so I don't know if he's there or not.
Okay, yeah, I got nothing from him, and we were pointed right at him for quite a while because KM6 NFO, I think you heard him. He must be very close because he's in the same heading I use for Darren there. Anyway, you're doing fine, and the Reading boys were weak tonight, but spread all over the map. Azimuth-wise, I could go from 340 to 310, and there was hardly any difference. Hi. So the band is working, but it's all spread out. There's no pinpoint channelized signal strength coming in from any one particular direction. Hi. Back to you, and then we'll look for you tomorrow night, of course, on 432. KR6MR, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Just for your, the high today was 93, and it didn't feel that hot. It was actually quite pleasant out there today. Maybe my thermometer's getting burned out. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, watch this. Now, I'm at 347. I'm rotating now, rotating, 340-something, 338, 336, down to 328. Hardly any difference, over.
When you got down to 328, you started to lose a little bit of your voice, either that or you were cutting back on your voice as you quit your transmission.
Okay, well, you see, that's very broad. That's 15 degrees. Normally, I would see a better peak than that, so it's just kind of gushy tonight. Anyway, good deal. Okay, I'm not hearing Darren, and I'll come back and call him one more time on the way back from Nevada here. Good evening for now, and we'll see you on 432 tomorrow. KR6MR, K6MYC.
Go ahead, Nevada, and I'll look for you tomorrow night on 432. KR6MR, back to net.
Okay, here you are in a different direction. Now I turned it back and you were gone. I heard just a trace of you, and I went more to the north, and here you are. It's all over the place tonight. I'm chasing you. Quit. Stand still, will you? See you later, K6MYC going to Nevada. Okay, let's see how we're doing in Nevada. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. N7 VAZ. I wonder if Eric has got any signal for me tonight, Eric. How about it? N7 VAZ, K6MYC. Okay, nothing heard from Eric. KD6BQ, K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC, KD6BQ. Eric answered you, but I don't think you heard him, over.
Oh, I heard nothing. Absolutely nada. But I'll write down 1193. I got you from earlier. I think you were on CW a little bit earlier, right?
Oh, quite a bit earlier there. But there was somebody else on there, but it wasn't K6US. I don't know who it was.
Well, Rob didn't come in till later, so I don't know who it might have been. Might have been John, K6MI.
Yeah, anyway, somebody on CW.
Oh, somebody on CW. Well, I heard somebody send an HI, and you don't normally send HI. So maybe it was the other guy that sent that over.
Oh, that was probably me.
Oh, you did that, huh?
Yeah, usually when I hear you.
Okay, well, I responded, but then I got no answer.
Well, that's probably because you faded back down. I think you were pointed down south.
Yep, I was pointed south. Anyway, I'm always, whenever I responded, I'm just looking for Rogers, but I didn't hear any CW at all. So you didn't hear my. That's why I say I got you checked in from earlier.
Yeah, sorry I didn't copy your acknowledgement that you heard me there. So anyway, I don't know if your signal's going to come up anymore. Give Eric a try.
Now let me try again. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. Is it any better now, Eric? It's still down for Richard, but maybe we just don't have much. The propagation is not real big tonight. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, K6MYC, calling and listening. Boy, not a trace, Richard.
Yep, he answered you and gave a call sign and Bozo number, but I guess you didn't copy.
Well, I got him written down. It's 1193, so I know his number. And I know his call sign, so I just write down Bozo numbers. I don't write down call signs unless it's a new guy. So there you are. Anyway, good to hear you. Let's see if Daniel's out there. I'm sure he is. I'm going to move the antenna a little bit toward Daniel here. KE7UQL, K6MYC. Daniel?
Hello there. This is 272,
Okay, very light at the moment, but I'm sure you'll come roaring up in a minute. I went back and forth for 15 degrees, and you did not change. And that's kind of what I'm seeing on a lot of signals tonight. Everybody's diffused and spread all over the map here. But we've got your 272, Daniel, and of course we'll look for you tomorrow night on 432. KE7UQL, I can't say the place that you're located in. I want to say Castro Valley, but that ain't right. I know. See ya. KE7UQL, K6MYC. And we can also stand by and see if Stan is in there.
Are you out there, Stan? K7SUN, KD6BQ.
I don't hear Stan. You're coming up now.
Yeah, nothing heard here.
Yeah, you're getting loud.
Yeah, a little QSB. Yeah, you're coming up as well.
And I'm not pointed at you now. I'm pointed over toward Daniel, so the band is just all over the place.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah, Eric was copying you just fine.
Yeah, now I'm coming down. I was at 11 degrees. Now I'm down right about there is where you are, over.
Yeah, that's actually a little bit better.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, good to hear you. I'll look for you tomorrow night, of course, on 432. I did not hear you, but I guess we knew you were in there. We logged you in on Tuesday night, but we never did hear a peep. Conditions were very poor. Signals were down, and then there was a massive amount of ripply QSB up and down 1 cycle per second QSB stuck, which was horrible. But I did not hear a peep from your CWI, but I know you were in there because Daniel said you were there, I think, over.
Okay, Roger. I'm sorry about that. I could barely hear you as well.
You didn't hear me either?
Oh, I did, but just barely.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you just barely heard my 600, no wonder I couldn't hear you 4 watts.
Yeah, because I'm about, 20 dB down from you.
Something like that, yeah. I got pretty good ears, but they're not that big.
Yeah, that's true. Well, 20 dB plus your antenna, which is probably another 20.
Yeah, but the antenna is reciprocal. I mean, it's the same antenna on transmit as receive, so. Anyway.
Way down again.
Yeah, it's way down. It's just all over the place tonight. 7-3, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. 73, KE7UQL, N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, and KD6BQ. 7373. It did. Okay, back down into Sacramento here. Somewhere in here somewhere. KJ6KFB, if you've made it back to the shack, Darren, K6MYC. KJ6KFB, over.
Oh, yeah, I'm here. Why, did you have to catch me on the second pass?
I got you. Not real strong, but we got your 756. Good evening.
Good evening. What, is this the return pass?
Yeah, I'm coming back from Nevada. I called, and John said he had not heard you, and I didn't hear anything when I went up your way. I talked to, in Sacramento direction, I had a contact with Kilo Mike 6, November Foxtrot Oscar. He's pretty close to you there, and you should have heard me if I was in that direction and heard him, and I should have heard you, over.
Oh, well, what can I say? The wife distracted me for a few minutes, and the next thing you know, she had me doing all kinds of things, and I look up and I go, oh, I think I've got to get out here for the net.
Well, no, if you weren't here, then I couldn't have heard you. But I was thinking that maybe I missed you, but I didn't miss you. You were just, you missed me, or you had the help of the XYL to miss me. All right, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow night, Darren. And I'm glad I caught you on the return path here. KJ6KFB, K6MYC.
Oh, very good, Mike. Carry on. Have a good evening.
Yep, 7-3.
MYC, KJ6KFB.
7-3. Good evening. Okay, going back into Lodi, Stockton area. Lodi, Stockton, anybody else in Merced, Modesto, K6MYC, Bozo Net, last call.
You sound better pointed at Modesto.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it. His path is all over tonight. I've been chasing people 10, 15 degrees, plus and minus, over.
Yeah, crazy. You popped up rather nicely.
Yeah, it's just all over the place. It's not the antenna. It's the path. I was talking to John, and he just faded right out. I moved it 10 degrees, and he came right back up.
Yeah, it's a crazy thermal.
Yeah, something. All right, see you later. I'm going to go to the Bay Area for late checks and miss. How about KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie? Mike, are you there? KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC, over. Going a little bit further to the west in the Bay Area, K6MYC, Bay Area, late checks are missed. Right down the middle of the Silicon Valley here, K6MYC, Bozo Net, late checks are missed, over. Boy, when they ain't there, they ain't there. I'm going down to get Eddie. Rob, maybe you can clamber upstairs there. And Aaron, are you anywhere near the radio?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As soon as I close the net, I want you to turn off the stream because I want to be able to, and maybe you can do it for me, switch the radio over to 1296 for a test. A test with WA6LOL, over.
Yep, Roger. Yeah, I heard you earlier. I was in the other room. But, yeah, I can take you over to 1296 when you're ready. K6US.
Okay. I'm rotating down toward Eddie right now.
I'll say hello while you're sweeping me. K6US.
I should be bombing you pretty good right now. Yeah, you're at the same heading as a Tascadero.
Roger.
And I didn't get anything out of a Tascadero. KN6EIV. Eric, are you listening in the background there? No, I think Ron is probably at a meeting tonight. W6QUI, KN6EIV, KB6WRW, and anybody else on the coast, K6MYC, QRZ. No more check-ins, all right? More toward Eddie.
Yeah, see, this is why I have a loop, because I'm stuck here in the middle. Wait, got you guys with the big antennas on both sides.
You mean not on 12, you mean on this band?
Yeah, on this band. Yeah, on this band it works out, because you and Ron point at each other, and I can hear both of you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right, because of the loop.
1284, 1284, K6MYC, this is K6OSX, Bozo 1284.
Okay, 1284. Hi, is it Devin or Kevin?
You're pretty close. Darren. Kilo 6 Oscar Sierra X-ray. Over.
That's another Darren, so we've got two Darrens, huh?
Yeah, and when I hear you scan and I hear my name and I jump up and I think you're calling me, then I'm like, no, relax, I'm down here by Eddie's, or Eddie's direction. Over.
Okay, give me your number again, 12 what?
1284, 1284, over.
Okay, got it.
Hi, Darren.
Hey, Aaron.
Hi, Darren, KM6SRR.
Hey, Rob. I hope the salmon was good.
Yeah, she took it away. There's 2 more pieces, so I guess that's for another dinner. Haha.
See, I'm copying you better toward Atascadero than I do when I'm pointed toward Clovis, where you are.
You got to cut that hill down, Mike.
Well, I'd like to buy the hill.
Oh boy, that'd be nice.
Yeah. It'll be 1 notch up from what I have already, and it's a spectacular hilltop.
You'd have a lot of towers to move, Mike.
Oh, I just need one up there, about 10 feet high.
Yeah, we'll just do a nice remote operation for you.
Yeah, there you go. Eddie, KE6BK with KM6SRR and the rest of the Bozo group in the San Joaquin Valley listening for you, K6MYC. Eddie? He only responds to your voice, Rob.
Yeah, that's the only time I ever get to say that on this this radio. KE6BK, Eddie, you there for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KE6BK, this KM6SRR with K6MYC and K6US standing by. Guess I didn't throw in enough people listening. They didn't come back.
KB6RQU, how about you, Rick? He must still be in church. All right, Dave, are you copying me off the back?
Yeah, I hear you good.
Okay, I'm going to have to come around back in your direction here, so just wanted to go south to see if we didn't have any more. Anybody else in the San Joaquin Valley before we call the net closed here, K6MYC Bozo Net? Okay, sounds like we're done. I'm going to be rotating. Can you change my radio, or do you want me to do it, Aaron?
I'm going to head up here now.
I'll do it. So we'll be listening in on you guys on 1296 K6US.
I didn't get your answer though. Can you change the radio for me?
Yeah, I'll do that right here in a second. K6US.
Okay, let me just sign off, and as soon as I finish my sign off, you can do it. This is K6MYC, Bozo 47 and Delta Mike 07, closing the 2-meter 144-240 net on August 19, 2026. Good night, all.
Check.
Yeah.
I think you still got your preamp off.
Okay, that should be better.
Oh, very good. K6US.
Okay, Dave, go ahead, make a transmission, and I'll peak on you there. WA6LOL, K6MYC.
All right, K6MYC, K6MYC, K6MYC.
Yeah, he is low on frequency.
More chatter, and you might move it onto this frequency. He's got to do a little bit more work on his Bodnar thing there, but before he gets it on frequency. It's a transverter thing. Looks like the transverter's off about 300 cycles.
Yep, and that's fixable. The Q5 transverters have a 10 meg reference input, so that is fixable.
We don't want to do that. We want to just tweak the oscillator, so he's got to call in to Corey down there at Q5. It's better if he just puts the damn thing on the frequency with the local oscillator in the unit itself.
Well, that's what I was saying. The Q5 signal has its own dedicated 10 meg reference. I did that with my 222 to lock it.
Well, I don't think so. According to Dave, he had to buy one, and he didn't. It was a separate item, and I told him, don't bother with it.
Yeah, my 222 came with it, so it was pretty easy just to put a 10 meg reference into it.
Yeah, but you have to put the 10 meg reference on it. It's a separate unit.
Yeah, so I have a dual output Leo Bodnar. So one port goes to the 9700 and then the other port goes to the Q5, and both of them are locked off at the same GPS.
Yeah, no, I understand, but he does not have a 10 megahertz reference, and he doesn't need one for moon bounce and stuff. As long as you're stable, you don't have to be absolutely on the right frequency, because you got so much Doppler on that band. It's 2 and 3 KC at times.
Yep, Roger.
Anyway.
Hopefully he's paying attention to the stream. I left the stream going, so hopefully Dave is listening through the stream, and then but I'll take a standby so you can see if you can hear him. K6US.
Yeah, he's here, but I just didn't get a chance to peek on him because he didn't talk long enough, and I think you came over him. Try it again now, Dave. I'm free now. Let's see if I can peek on you. Go ahead.
Mike Italy.
Are you copying him, John? He's about Q3 here.
Yeah, I copy. I'm not too loud. S2 or so. K6MI. Do you copy, Dave?
I hear you. Yeah, I see you there, John. K6MI,
Okay, low light, S2. There we got you in there.
Dave, try wiggling your antenna peaking on me. I've got you peaked now. I can't get any more. You're right at 327, right where you normally should be. And that's where you peak. But you are way, way down from yesterday. Over.
yeah, how's that? I dropped the antenna over a little bit. Yeah, a lot harder.
I cannot understand what you're saying.
Okay, I turned my antenna a little bit more. I peaked on it, so I'm hoping that I'm a little bit louder. Am I off frequency?
Well, you're coming up out of the noise. Let me give you some more chatter. I'll just give you some chatter and see if you can peak on me there, because you're still not on the peak, I don't think. And then we can let you peak on John, and it should be the same. WA6LOL. WA6LOL with K6MI and K6US also listening. K6MYC. Rob may be also listening here. WA6LOL, K6MYC. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I think I got it. It's hard to peak with the QSB, but how do I sound now?
Yeah, well, now you're Q5, and it's quite good. About the same as it was yesterday, so I think you're there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to adjust the frequency up a little bit, so I'm about 28 to 280 cycles off on this thing. So I'm just going to buy a reference oscillator and just do that.
We talked about that on the phone. Did you talk to Corey? Is it not possible to just tweak the local oscillator in the transverter?
I asked him that question, and then he came back and he said, I thought you were GPS locked. And I said, well, I am. I have the 9700 GPS locked, but I was expecting that that this would be closer, and he didn't say anything. Then he said, well, you can get a 10 megahertz reference oscillator and correct that. So I figured out 10 parts per million, or I'm sorry, a quarter of a part per million is he's just about on the outer limit of that specification, I guess. So I'm just going to buy a 10 megahertz reference oscillator.
Well, you've got to go back to him, because I don't think he's understanding what you have as capability. He doesn't understand that you can listen to yourself on the 9700, because you've got a separate system that's the 1296 system with the transverter. So you can hear yourself, so you could tweak his local oscillator to get it up on the frequency. That's what I'm saying, but I don't think he understands that you have any way of doing that. So you've got to explain to him how you would get yourself on the frequency and know you're dead nuts. Over.
Yeah, I'll ask him again. I was a little reluctant to push it too hard, since I wasted his whole morning trying to figure out that I didn't plug in the push to talk. So I felt a little embarrassed about that, but I'll shoot him one tomorrow and ask him if there is a trimmer pot on that I can just zero it in.
Yeah, just explain to him in simple terms. The frequency in the transverter appears to be about 300 hertz off, and you want to tweak it with the local oscillator in the transverter, and you have a way to bring it dead nuts on frequency so that it'll be absolutely on 1296-100 when you're done. Over.
Okay. Yeah. I'll talk to him. How's the audio sound on this thing, Mike?
You're fine, but you're just weak. You're only about S1 here. John, are you doing any better with him now that he's tweaked the antenna for me? K6MI, go ahead.
No, about the same, maybe a little less. S2 or so.
Are you hearing him at all, Rob? I mean, Aaron?
Only through you, but he does sound better than the other night.
No, he's not broken up, but he's not any louder.
Yeah, I swept back and forth. I can't hear him, KM6SRR.
Yeah, well, he may be off far enough with his antenna that he's not getting any RF over to you. We're pretty close, and it's probably a 25 or 30 degree angle from him to you versus me. So that's probably what the problem is, Rob. He's only running 20 watts, but when he gets the PQL amp, then there won't be any issues. You'll have plenty of RF to deal with, over.
Yeah, I think I hear something in there, but it's way, way low, just very noise.
Dave, do you want to see if you can peek on Rob's signal, over?
Okay, yeah, I hear him in there. Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
Go ahead, Rob. Make a 30-second transmission, and he'll see if he can peek the antenna on you, over.
Okay, thanks, Mike. K6MYC, KM6SRR. Yeah, I don't know if Dave is hearing me or not. I do have the 600-watt amp on, and I think I'm pointing his way, the normal way I hear up that way. I've got to be off by 90 degrees to, wherever I'm trying to point at. WA6LOL, KM6SRR. Hope that's enough time for you to peek. I think you should be hearing something of me because I've got maybe 600 watts going out towards the antenna. I do have a little bit of high SWR though. KM6SRR standing by now.
He's hearing you fine, and he's just running 20 watts, over. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I hear him okay. I peaked on him. If I get a little over toward the route, it's more toward, if I get down around 180 degrees, I guess, that direction, I start getting a lot of multipaths, but I've got him peaked, so he's Q5.
Well, you're the same signal strength here for me that you were in the direction that you're pointing to me at. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, this thing does seem to be drifting around a little bit. Let me try it.
We're pretty close, Mike. KM6SR.
See on you, Mike. Mike, you want to say something so I can set my frequency to you?
No, you're fine frequency-wise. You're not drifting around. Are you talking about drifting around in azimuth or drifting around in frequency, over?
Yeah, it was drifting around in frequency a little bit. Now it's back where it's supposed to be. Do I sound okay?
Yeah, you're fine. Let's not worry about frequency. We're trying to figure out why you're pointing in the same direction or a different direction, and I'm hearing you better toward Rob than I hear you when you point toward me, over.
Oh yeah. Well, I was working on the turning the antenna, but then all of a sudden my frequency took off and you started sounding like that, so I had to get it back in.
Okay, were you able to peak on Rob? He's running about 600 watts or close to it, over.
Yeah, I was able to peak on him, and like I said, when I get off to one side of him, I start getting multipaths, but I peaked on him, and he's Q5 here, and John has got a great signal in, so that makes me feel good.
Okay, well, is he, how am I in terms of signal strength? Where you're pointed right now, is Rob stronger than me or weaker?
Oh, no, you're the loudest. And then John is nearly as loud, not quite, but Rob is just way down in there, just barely Q5.
Oh. You hearing this, Rob?
I'm hearing you, Mike, but not Dave, KM6SRR.
I thought you said you had him.
There's a little bit of a deep noise down in with my, way down in the noise. I can't make out anything, but it seems like somebody's there.
He's not hearing you well either, so maybe you just don't have a good path between you. He's barely hearing you. You're Q5, but just barely.
Okay, that makes sense because on 2 meters, sometimes I don't hear him real good. He kind of fades in and out, so we must have some kind of partial blockage, over.
Yeah, okay, well, I just wanted to see if you could hear him. Now, John, K6MI, are you still hearing him when he's pointed over there toward Rob?
Give me another go, Dave. I wasn't
Okay, why don't you give Dave a 30-second transmission and let him peak on you, John. Just call him for 30 seconds and let him peak on you. Dave, go ahead and peak on John's signal now, over.
Okay, WA6LOL, WA6LOL from K6 Mike Italy, Delta Mike 06, Alpha Henry, I think it is, no, Alpha Tango. Gotta get that memorized. Kilo 6 Mike Italy, Delta Mike 06 with WA6LOL, and Dave, have you found the peak there? Go ahead.
Yeah, John, I got it from you. Yeah, you're 10 over 9 here, so
it's up to S2 again. So, well, that's interesting. You're receiving pretty well, but S2 might be the path. I don't know what to say. S2, but in the clear. This is 600 watts. I'm pointed up just 350 degrees. Okay, well, thanks for the path test, and we'll listen out here. K6MI.
Okay, do you have one of the PQL lamps there, John?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're running 600, Rob's running 600, I'm running 600. Rob's doesn't have a good location with respect to him, so, but you and I should be pretty close to the same signal strength. Dave, I moved the antenna quite a bit, and I can copy you when you're pointed toward John, but you're way down now from where you were before. So let me go back to where I normally hear you, or can you peak on me now? I'll just talk here. See if you can peak on me a little bit here. I'm pointed at 620 right now. 620, what is it? No, 320 something. 320 instead of 327. 1111111 321. I'm going to go back up to about 325 here. That should be within a couple of degrees of beaming at you, so that should be about where I was before, plus or minus a couple. KWA6LOL, and I think we've rung this as far as we can take it tonight. K6MYC, Dave, and I'm just going to give you 10 more seconds to speak on me there. WA6LOL, Sonora, running 20 watts at the transverter back anyway, and probably 15 or so getting to the antenna, or maybe at least 10. K6MYC, kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie. Are you on a single antenna or the quad array right now, Dave? Over.
I'm on the quad array, and yeah, thank you very much, John, for the test. That makes me feel good that with the antenna in its down position where I can work on it, that I was able to work you guys, and hear Rob there too. So thank you, Mike, for setting that up, and yeah, you guys sound pretty good down there. K6MYC in the crowd, WA6LOL.
Okay, fine, Dave. Well, I've got you peaked now with this direction at 330 or 329. So I can hear you over about a span of 5 or 10 degrees here, but I start hearing you pretty good at 325, and you're peaking at 329 to 330, and then you drop off again. But it's still not as strong as the first day I worked you when you had 10 watts into the antenna that was at the ground level. I've never heard you any better than the first day I ever heard you on this band, so I don't know what has changed, but it must be the trees in your location that you've got the thing mounted at. Over.
Yeah, because that location, when I first talked to you, misses those trees. It goes around the left side of them. So when I moved the antenna I moved the antenna sort of southwesterly, then the trees came in the way. So I'm kind of thinking that that's probably it. Because in that original location, right out there in the back of my house, I go right out and I don't hit those trees at all.
Yeah, okay. Well, the stream has been on the whole time, so if nothing else, you could go back and listen to the stream. Rob, Aaron still has the stream going. I think we're about done with the test here. But I would give Corey one more call and just tell him you want to have one more clarification, because you talked to Mike, K6MYC, and he's pretty sure that you can, there's an adjustment. You should be able to adjust the local oscillator to just shift its frequency to off and to clean up that last 300 hertz. You're only off frequency from 1296/100 by 300 plus, just say 300 hertz. That's close enough. Don't get it down to anything closer. If he can, he's either going to be able to adjust it or he isn't, or he's going to say it can't be adjusted. Don't touch it. It's locked. It's glued up or whatever. Or yes, you can do it, but you got to have a special tool or something. So let's see what he says. But you tell him that I thought that he should be able to adjust it without having to put the 10 megahertz frequency standard on it. It's not a bad thing. I just don't see any reason for it in your application at this point. Over.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Yeah, I'll shoot him an email tomorrow and ask him, like I said, if they'll want to see fish after that. Seeing that the plug is laying on the floor there. That's a problem when you look down and the plug is laying on the floor. Anyway, so, thank you too, Aaron, for setting up the thing over here, getting the thing turned over this way. So, K6MYC in the crowd. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, John. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Rob. WA6LOL.
Okay. I don't think Aaron's copying you. Aaron, let's just leave the radio like it is, because I'll come in here Friday night and see if I can hook up with Ralph at about 5 minutes to 7 with the rest of the guys. Rob should be okay. Rob should be in. And maybe Alpha 6 Sugar and WA6AAJ will be back to health or wherever they are tonight. And we can work Ralph this weekend. So just leave everything as it is, and I'll walk out of the shack here. Good night, all. Thanks for the help, Aaron. Just thanks for sticking around. Rob, good to hear you. Do you have a count for me, Rob?
Yes, excuse me, I got 36.
Yeah, we were light tonight. I don't know where Bill is. Bill and AAJ, AAJ was in here the other night. He's fighting a sinus infection that's toying with him going into the bronchioles, and he didn't. I haven't talked to him since. And he was supposed to get some medication on Monday to take care of that, but maybe he's still down. All right, 7-3 all. Good night, John. Good to have you in here for your ears and all. And thank you, Dave. We'll see you all tomorrow night on 432 there. K6MI, K6US, KM6SRR, WA6LOL. Anybody else listening? K6MYC, pulling the cork.
Good night, Mike. K6US.
Good night.
Right. Good night, John. WA6LOL QRT.
Yeah, good night, Dave.
Good night, everybody. K6MI.
Good night, John.
To the 8 people still listening on YouTube. Well, one of those is me, but anyways. Good night, everybody. K6US.
Oh, okay. 8 people still listening to this. Okay. Well, it's interesting. You know, we didn't give Dave's grid square, but they can look it up. Sonora, and that's somewhere between 10 and 20 watts to the quad array of Yagis, but they're being masked by some trees. I think that's what his problem is. Hopefully now that he's got everything else working, he can put the single Yagi or the quad array up where it's going to be up quite high, and then he get over the top of the trees that are blocking him, and that should make a huge difference. And then when PQL gets back, he'll send the amplifier over to him. I think he's pretty much done with it. He just didn't get it quite finished up, but he'll have a 600-watt amp too. But that's not the whole idea. The whole idea is make it as good as you can with the 10 watts, because there's still some... I mean, I have a better signal from the guy that was in Woodside yesterday than I'm getting from Dave. And that just doesn't make any sense to me, because I think I have a pretty damn good shot to Sonora. He's louder than hell on every other band, so why we can't get a signal out of him on 1296 is beyond me. But the guy in Woodside last night was stronger than Dave, and much more steady too. So, and he was running just a barefoot 9700 and a little Comet Yagi. Pathetic. You know, the antenna was about 4 feet long at the most. 7-3 all, okay, 6 MYC going that way.